Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Let's do a monster review of the new EX character in Monster Strike called Saihi. And I highly recommend everybody try to get her, and then maybe get 3 of her, because it's pretty doable to get 3 of her all at once. You can get her by playing the current event missions, and then she has a chance of appearing afterwards. Like Dinah, you will unlock, one chance at her that you can pick a different team for. And then her appearance rate is pretty good, maybe once per hour is what I hear, if you just play one of the featured stages. So definitely do that. I have another video where I go through the mission. But here we'll look at the character herself, and she's really good. Maybe like 2 years ago she would have been a Hatcher monster with this skill set. Maybe even like a limited Hatcher monster. She's pretty darn good. And then if you work at it really hard, you can make the max luck of her. If you can do that, that would be amazing. I'm not going to do that, but yeah, I can recommend to do that, just because she would be worth it. But stats-wise, she's pretty good, especially considering that she is a blast type. HP is a super tank status, that's pretty crazy. Attack looks high, but she does not have a gauge, so it's average. And then speed is slow, especially for a Pierce character. But she has both the null gravity barrier and the null damage wall with no gauge, which I love. A lot of people compare her to Uriel. I would still say Uriel is the better character. And then there are some other characters that I would compare Saihi to, but we'll come to that later. She has the bump combo critical, which is pretty crazy for her. She is a blast type with the solid bullet, and then that's the same bump combo as Juliet, who is one of the better Transcendent forms of this year. So that's pretty darn good. It's not very flashy, it's just these like little lines that kind of bounce around, and they move pretty slowly, and there's not too many of them, but they're very, very strong. And then you could even put like a hero scroll on her, put the sidekick able berry on her, and that would be a good idea actually. That would be very, very strong. And then a strike shot is also really good, even for a drop monster. And that's a speed and power up, and then she improves the effectiveness of the weak point of a boss. So it'll turn like really big and red, and then any hits you get in there will do more damage. So yeah, she's pretty good. As for quests she is good for, just think of anywhere where Uriel is good, and then you can use Saihi in there. The characters that I would more compare her to are Juliet, like I mentioned earlier, or Sailor Moon, the evolution version, also a dark pierce with null gravity barrier, null damage wall, Eden. And then, yeah, I do compare Saihi to those characters, but you could certainly use them together, and they would be really good. Especially if Saihi was your max luck, that would be pretty crazy. Okay, but next, let's bring Saihi to a quest, and then I'm going to bring 3 of her, just to show that, it is easy to get 3 of her. I mean, if you end up with 1, you're probably going to end up with 3. So we'll bring a team of her, and then we'll bring her to Izanami, just because it has been a while since I played this quest. And then I'll bring Juliet as my friend, just to show how they're both similar, and then also how they work well together. But here I'm just going to hit the bump combos, and then look at how strong those are. So yeah, that's pretty darn good. And then, yeah, up to now, characters with a null gravity barrier and null damage wall. They've been good for like the Tower of Champions, and then, lots of like extreme quests or whatever. But not a lot of high-level content. But we've been getting more and more both drop monsters and Hatcher monsters with that double null. So maybe sometime soon we'll see some high-level content that needs that stuff. Alright, but no gauge is pretty great. Alright, and really strong bump combo, yeah. And then one other point that makes Saihi good with Juliet is that their strike shots have good synergy together. Juliet will make all of a boss's weak points appear. So you can combine the two strike shots, make all of the weak points appear, and then also improve their effectiveness. So yeah, it's just another reason why they're good together. And then I used Juliet and Alexandrite together in Brutus, and then they also have that similar synergy of strike shots. So I'm very familiar with how good they can be together. Okay, no problem so far. Okay. 2 minutes for the pre-boss sequence, not too bad. Ooh, some hits in the weak point there, that was nice. Okay, and taking down the boss there. Alright, now that I have the strike shots up, let's start using one of those per stage. Not great positioning with the weak point, but it'll be good for the next couple turns as well, so... Okay, this is pretty good. Let's see what kind of damage this does with just the strike bump combos. Alright, pretty darn good. Okay, and then here, let's use another of Saihi's strike shot when we get the chance. Alright, boss is already half gone, but let's go ahead and use that anyway. We're getting the speed and power up as well, so... Okay, not too shabby. Alright, here let's use Juliet's strike shot. Let's get those weak points out. Okay, pretty good. Yeah, unfortunately Juliet's strike shot doesn't last very long, so... Might be a better idea to use like Saihi's strike shot first and then Juliet's, but yeah. Here wasn't that big of a deal. Alright, so that was a look at Saihi, really good character. And she will definitely be very useful in the coming year, I'm guessing. Okay, so good luck with getting her, and thanks for watching. Take care.